Well, I just hope I can remember what to say, that's all.
Nothing to remember. Your name, your plea. That's it.
I suppose I can manage that.
Of course you can. Just relax. Let me do the talking. That's what I'm paid for.
You see, that's very easy for you to say, John, isn't it, eh? If things go wrong for me...
Now, Mr. McDonald, I had a similar case last year.
Yeah, you told me.
Well, it's the same deal. Strong mitigating circumstances, a willing confession. If everything goes to plan, we should be looking at a similar result.
So you reckon 12 months?
I do. Now, nothing is ever certain, but that's my professional opinion. 12 months. 3 months off for time already served.
Right then. Let's hope that your man on the bench agrees with you, eh?
That's the thing, you see. You've got to get in early to get the good seats. What about you? Do you know anybody here?
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to see justice done.
Oh, aren't we all? But by all accounts, this Quigley was no angel. Just another one of those druggies, apparently.
No, he wasn't. Gerald was my boy. My son. And that McDonald killed him.
You're right.
I'll just be glad when this is over.
There he is.
Oh, my God.
Are you James McDonald?
Yes.
The particulars of the offence are that you, James McDonald, on the 9th day of September 2000, did unlawfully kill Gerald Francis Quigley. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
The defendant set out from the hospital with one aim in mind: to find Gerald Quigley and retaliate for his son's beating. The defendant set about the victim with such violence that he later died of his injuries. If I may refer your lordship to the pathologist's report. These injuries included a punctured lung caused by a broken rib and a ruptured spleen. Clearly not the result of a heavy-handed clip round the ear, but a sustained and vicious attack. Furthermore, after the attack, Mr. MacDonald showed no remorse. He made no attempt to seek medical assistance from Mr. Quigley. Indeed, he simply walked away. Now, whilst the prosecution accepts that you may not have intended to kill the victim, it was nevertheless a violent and unlawful assault, the consequences of which were fatal. In other words, manslaughter.
Yes, Mr. Harrod. Thank you, my lord. Lord, it is out of the question that my client is a cold-blooded killer. If that were the case, we'd be proceeding with a charge of murder. Now, whilst no one would condone the defendant's behavior, it is impossible to ignore that he acted in this way as a father. One can only imagine the emotional turmoil that Jim MacDonald felt when he saw his son lying in that hospital bed. His son, Stephen, himself the victim of a vicious attack. Beaten, bleeding, broken. Gerald Quigley's death marked a tragic end to an already gruesome series of events. My lord, it is evident that the defendant showed the deepest remorse for his actions. Indeed, going openly and willingly to the police to give himself up. For these reasons, I would ask the court for the utmost leniency, because whatever sentence it imposes on Jim MacDonald pales in comparison to the shame and the remorse he has inflicted upon himself.
The defense put forward a most convincing and indeed emotive argument regarding the circumstances surrounding this unfortunate crime, Mr. MacDonald. Your willing confession to the police has been duly noted. However, the fact remains, you took a young man's life, and for that, there can be no excuse. Whatever the mitigating circumstances or your apparent remorse, manslaughter is a most serious crime, and I have no option but to sentence accordingly.
What are you saying?
Mum, it's all right. Just sit down.
Les, it's all right.
By your violent assault on Gerald Quigley, you are guilty of taking the law into your own hands. And in a civilized society, this type of vigilantism can simply not be tolerated. James MacDonald, the sentence of the court is that you will go to prison for 8 years.
No, you can't. 8 years! He should get life for what he's done. He killed my son! You can't!
I don't believe this. 8 years.
Silence! Take the prisoner down.
No, please. No!